Okay, so up on the closet, you'll see these two boxes that look very similar. One's for opinion writing paragraph. It's weekly homework, starts in August. I like to start after back to school night so the parents know what the expectations are and I can explain it to them. And then this box will be informative paragraph. It starts in January when I take over. All right, and these are masters and example paragraph week by week for teacher use. So I put the prompt, and behind every prompt I put some real life examples of kids final drafts that they did turn in. And since I had remote learning while this was an assignment, all the final drafts that you see here are actually typed up final drafts. All right, so how will it look like? So this is a superpower prompt. Kids get these on Mondays, and every page is to be done throughout the week. Page 1, which is the brainstorming page, is to be done on Mondays. The organizing page is to be done on Tuesdays. The first draft with editing marks made by a parent who needs to sign this off is done on Wednesday night. And finally, the final draft, unless they choose to type it, is done on Thursday night. If they choose to type it, they'll just have to staple that to the back here. Everything to be turned in on Friday morning. All right, so kids have a tool to go through the writing process. Now, I understand that it is kind of hard to transcribe first draft to the final draft. So from here to here, the kids could easily, copy because of the way it's printed out for them so they could see it when it opens. But from first draft with all the parents' editing marks to here, what I suggest the kids do is take a picture of this and then use that to transcribe it to the back here. All right, so I created this, and I'm pretty popular with the AP on this. It always comes up in a IP meeting, so these are such great tools for my special needs kids, but really they work for all kids. So first they have to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sentences in total. Oh, I miscounted. Sorry, 9 sentences in total. So the first sentence is introduce the topic with your hook, state your opinion, give a reason, give the example for a reason, give reason B, example for reason B, example reason C, example reason C, in conclusion. And then there's a little asterisk here that says, sorry, the lights. There is different ways to introduce the hook other than just starting your hook with the question. Starting a hook with the question is super basic, very basic. I let them do it for a bit, and then I start pushing kids to do a hook a different way. This is really a 3. At the beginning, I give a 4, and then a couple of months after, I start to warn kids, hey, I'm going to stop giving 3s if you keep using this kind of hook, because it's a really basic way. So it's kind of just a warning that eventually they'll be required, it says right here, to give a more advanced hook. And this is the rubric that is used to grade the weekly opinion writing paragraph homework. This is what you'll use, but this is their copy, so they know the expectations. The parents know the expectations. These are laminated, very thick laminating thing, and this is something they get to keep at home. I have in the past 3-hole punched these so that they stay in their notebook permanently. I just don't know where the school 3-hole puncher is at the moment. I would have 3-hole punched it. Okay, So all this requires a lot of modeling week by week. It takes me a couple months so the kids are really adjusted. Usually there's a pushback, writing, but sometimes there's even pushback by parents. It's so much work. But really, I have asked parents year after year, do you want to discontinue this? And then the overwhelming feedback is no. They really become such great writers by the end of 4th grade. It's outstanding to see the growth. All right, so here, the organizing page is where they will really start referring to their guide. Introduce the hook. Use one of these starters, write it there. State your opinion using one of these sentence starters. And I tell them this, hey, sometimes some of these sentence starters or hook, they don't always work. So you have to use your judgment. Which one seems to flow with your writing? State an opinion here. Don't use the word because in this sentence. The reason I don't want them to use the word because is because then they're going to start giving me their reasons, A, B, C, and I don't want them to do that yet. If they give me all their reasons, and they'll just give me all the reason examples all in one, so just resist giving me your reasons by not using the word because. State your opinion. Then reason A goes here along with an example. So these are 2 sentences. 2 sentences go here. These are 2 sentences. Reason B, an explanation go here. 2 sentences, reason C, and example go here. And then I tell them, if you already used for example once in reason A, you can't use that anymore. You got to give me another one of these sentence starters. Can't repeat the same ones. And then conclusion right there, goes right there. All right, so kids always ask, how many sentences do I need to write? There it is, total of 9 sentences. One other thing I tell kids is they can't give me a sentence that is less than 8 words. A 4th grade sentence has to be 8 words or more. They have to learn how to expand their sentences. So that's a restriction that I give them, and I do kind of notate that on their rubric or ding them down when it comes to structure. All right, so I'll model the topic, give 3 reasons, give 3 examples or explanations that go with the reasons. One thing I don't let kids do is just list things. I want it because of this. Just stick to one and explain that one thing very well. I don't want a laundry list of just items. I want one good reason, one good explanation behind it. Don't need a list of things and with just no explanation. So that's one thing to watch out for. All right, so this is the opinion rubric that you will be using to staple onto these and grading them based on this and scoring them and putting it in the grade book. I like to do this grading while the kids are in one of the specials in which I don't need to do much other than classroom management. Sometimes I do it during staff meetings too. I get them done, and I get them done quickly to give fast feedback. It is a labor of love. This is quite a bit of work to do, but they don't have much homework other than this and math. So I want quality work when it comes to this. And they do need to know how to write a 5-paragraph essay. So really honing in how to write one good paragraph is just a baby step to what I'm going to teach them, how to write a good 5-paragraph essay, on an opinion essay, and a 5-paragraph on informative essay. So this is just baby steps. Kids will do odd things like not indent or put weird spacing, all that needs to be really refined for their 5-paragraph essay. That's where they actually need to be in 4th grade, not paragraph. But I noticed they come in here with not much writing skills, so we start with this and we make it homework. I do. That's my thing. All right, so the examples that you see here, and you are free to show the kids some of these real examples from kids last year. And the ones I attached are students who scored a 4. Well, 36 out of 36 points or 35 out of 36 points. They're not all perfect, but they're great examples of what it is I'm looking for when it comes to paragraph writing. The first paragraph that they do is usually the worst. I usually waive that grade or delete that grade because they really don't know how to do it really well. So last year, the first one wasn't superpower, so it looks great from the beginning. Oh, look, wow. But actually, the first one I did was the best pet, and it was just pretty bad. Threw that away. And then the parents also started to understand what really were my expectations, and they themselves started to see that I wasn't an easy grader when it comes to that. This is your copy. This is your masters, all of these. And please don't throw the kid samples away. I will need them for years to come. If you see any kid that wrote excellent and you want to include it as part of my master's collection, kids really get a thrill in saying, "Oh my God, I loved your essay. Can I have your copy, or your original copy, or can I copy yours? I love to use it next year." They get a real thrill of that. My kids who are gifted in normal years, if I'm not here because of maternity leave, I start pushing them for 5-paragraph essays, but I'll do that when I come back. I'll worry about that. So this is my set when I come back. This is informative writing, and this is when I start to really this is when I'll start introducing 5-paragraph essay.